Okay. Okay, welcome everyone. It's Monday night again, Onpassive night, the UK and Ireland weekly presentation webinar. Like Red said earlier, a little bit different tonight, especially for the guests and new people looking at this business for the first time, an opportunity, a bigger opportunity to ask questions at the end after the presentation. First of all, for the next 25 to 30 minutes, Red is going to do a slideshow presentation. And then obviously after that, as we said earlier, we're going to go straight into the Q&A section. So without any further delay, across to you, Red.
Thanks very much. Before we get started, just a little update. This Sunday and Monday, we will not be having the fireside chat or the slideshow presentation next Monday because of Easter. We're all going to take some time off and hopefully, fingers crossed, relax and do something else, which will be quite nice for a change. So nothing on Sunday and Monday, but then we're going to be back to normal out there. So welcome everybody. My name is Red Redfern, and I'm going to be the presentator of this slideshow today. So what exactly are you going to learn in this webinar? You're going to find out what Onpassive is, the person who's in charge behind it, the guy who came up with the idea of Onpassive, and why we actually do need Onpassive and its products. What are these products going to be, why we need them? We'll have a quick look at the current opportunity available and the benefits of what we are talking about tonight, which is this founder's opportunity and why it is so special and why we believe it is something that you guys who are listening to this for the first time should jump in and have a look at. Okay, so what exactly is Onpassive then? Well, for a start, it's a very real business. It is completely legal and above board. It was first registered way back in November of 2018 in Florida in the United States, and very recently, only a month or so ago, it's been registered as well in India as a limited company. As you can see here, we have two physical offices. We've got one in Florida, which is the HQ where our CEO is, and we've also got one now in Hyderabad, high-tech city in India. And in the one in India, this is where all our tech staff, all our developers, all our support staff, and really everybody and anybody that you need to have a business online. We've had about 600 to 800 staff there now, and it's 6 floors of absolutely amazingness of people producing these products and services for us. We are an internet-based business. We are an informational technology company that has artificial intelligence at its core, and we are a brick-to-mortar asset business. Okay, so as you can see here, that big building on the right-hand side is our main office in Hyderabad, high-tech city. 6 floors, completely been refurbished, as you can see there. To a very, very high standard. We really do look after our employees very well because this is the place where we get the best of the Indian techs and devs. If any online business at the moment has a vast majority of Indians working for them because they are so good at tech online. Our CEO decided rather than dragging people away from India, let's go and have our base here. And Hyderabad, high-tech city, it really is the Silicon Valley of India. So it made complete sense to have our main development base there so that we can then get the best of the best to work for us to develop these proprietary tools and services for Onpassive. And as you can see, it looks pretty damn good, doesn't it? Okay, so who is the person behind Onpassive? Well, he is a guy called Ash Mufareh. He is our CEO and he is also our visionary. He's been extremely successful online, for over 20 years, and he's made an awful lot of money doing what he does online. But there was always something that was missing when he was working online and building these massive teams and doing what he did online. And this was that he was very good at it, but he couldn't replicate what he was doing to other people. So he wanted to try and design or use another company to do what he wanted, and that is to give you and me a fair shot at being able to make a residual income online. He's a family man with wife and kids, and as I said, he's actually got over 20 years of online business experience. He went around looking for a company to facilitate what he wanted to do, couldn't find one, so he said, do you know something, I'm going to learn how to do it myself. So he went back to college, got himself a Masters of Information Technology and E-commerce, and he also went to Harvard for a short period of time, specifically to learn about online business creation. Now, many people say to me, Red, can I make money online with Onpassive? And the answer to that is quite simply, yes, you can. And whatever that figure is the figure that you have in your head. Nobody tells you how much you can make. Nobody tells you what you have to do. And the reason nobody tells you what you have to do is because that is your figure and that is what your goal is. Not only that, if you bring anybody with you, they can make the same residual income or larger than you with Onpassive. The sky really is the limit as far as your earning income is concerned with Onpassive because of how it's all structured. Now, one of the main parts of what Onpassive is about is there is no recruiting or converting of leads. Now, if you do anything online, normally the number one thing that's so hard to do is to get people interested in your product and service online. With Onpassive, you do not have to worry about any of that. You don't even have to know anything about online marketing. You don't even have to know anything about recruiting or converting of leads. And this is because the company is going to do it all for you. Everything to do with Onpassive is 100% automated, hands-free. That means you pay to become a founder, and then you pay one more time out of pocket, and that is it, done and dusted. You do not have to pay anymore. Many of the things you see out there become money pits where you keep putting money in. With Onpassive, you pay twice. Once to become a founder, which is $97 US at the moment, and once when we launch to the world, okay, which is going to be between $100 and $250. At this time in moment, we are looking for founders to join us on this journey. When we launch to the world, we are going to be a customer-based business, okay? So it'll be customers who will be buying our products and services. As a founder or reseller with Onpassive, there is no recruiting or converting of leads because the company are going to do it for you, because we are physically going to pay the company to do it. They're going to guarantee traffic to your business or your web page. Not only is it guaranteed traffic, it's specific, it is targeted traffic. Okay, it's completely self-funding. Once you pay those two payments, the remainder does not come out of your pocket, okay? It is coming out of your commissions. So it is actually being paid for by the company. It's all done for you, every imaginable tool for success, all available in one easy, accessible place. We have no copycat tech or recycled tech because all of those tech and service staff and developers in Hyderabad, they are building our products and services only for Onpassive. They are proprietary. Not only are they proprietary, they are also going to be patented, so nobody else can steal them because we have built them especially for us. And as I said, it is going to be the lowest price anywhere on the globe. Now, if you do anything online at the moment, you probably understand that you have to go all over the place for some of these products. Every single product and service that we have in Onpassive at the moment, people are using something very similar online, okay? We have got a massive market audience for our products and services. Here in front of you is around 20 that we're going to start with, okay? And this is amazing what we have got in front of you here. If you want to take a more in-depth look at our products, these 20 here, there's going to be 50 in total or thereabouts. You can go to onpassive.com and you can research all of these here. At the moment, we have got 3 that we have been shown. One is Academy, top left-hand side. One is O-Trim towards the right. and the other one is Oh Bless, which is next to Academy on the top there on in the middle. Now, Academy is a fantastic e-learning suite of products where any business, company, college, or anybody like that can upload training modules or stuff to do with university, or any learning applications can be put on Academy for people to access. It can either be accessed freely, or people can pay to do the courses. It's an amazing system, and it is so fantastic to be able to use this. The one benefit that you have with Onpassive that is completely different to anything else is every single one of our tools and services have artificial intelligence woven in to the core of these products, which means that they all interlock, they all work seamlessly together. Now, if you do anything online at the moment, you have to have one bit from here, you have to have one bit from there and there. None of them talk to each other, so they're all standalone products. Every single one of ours is standalone, but the beauty is you can attach anyone to that product, and it all works seamlessly together because of artificial intelligence, which is woven into that product. It is simply amazing. So let's have a look at where we're going to look at taking market share. Now, there is some massive names out there right now. You can see them, Gmail, Zoom, Google, GoDaddy, ClickFunnels, Just Giving. There is loads and loads and loads of people out there that you recognize. And you're probably thinking, how are we going to take any market share from these people? Now, right at this moment in time, the market share of people using one of these products is just over 4 billion people. Now, I'm not advocating at any point that we are going to take the complete market share, but just imagine if we took 10% or even 5% from these people. So you're probably asking, well, why would people using these products come over to us? Well, number one reason is I can't remember the last time Zoom paid me to use their product or service. I can't remember the last time that when I sent an email to anyone, Gmail paid me to use it, or when I renewed my domain name, GoDaddy didn't pay me. With Onpassive, we will pay you to use our products and services. And not only that, if you're a customer, the more that you use our products, the cheaper it will get, to a stage where you won't even be paying to use the products and services. As a reseller or a founder, we will pay you to use them. It's as simple as that. Not only that, our products and services are far better. These companies have been around for a while now. Their tech is old tech. Our tech is brand new, built specifically for us. We have every imaginable new tech woven into our products. Everything to do with our products is easier to use, it's simpler, it is better to the eye, and not only that, the people will love using them because they are completely different to what you see online at the moment. So one of the things we're going to use is called targeted traffic. Now, this is almost the number one most important thing in any business is advertising. We call it traffic here, but it's all the same thing. Getting your product and service out there to the public. Now, with Onpassive, you can either be passive and just work on passive itself, but if you've got your own business and you want to market it through the Onpassive platform, you can do, as long as it is above board and it is completely legal. You can host it on Onpassive, and we will market it for you through the Onpassive platform. Now, one of the things we're going to do is this thing in front of us called video marketing. Obviously, we're going to market through all the normal means, which is email and SMS, MMS. We're going to be doing TV adverts. We're going to be doing in the newspapers and magazines and all the normal advertising. But video marketing is the new way of marketing, okay? Because people love to see something in front of them. But we're going to go one further. We're going to have targeted traffic. Now, targeted traffic works very simply. And it works by using artificial intelligence. And we've all been there, but you actually don't know you've been there. I'll give you an example. If you go searching online for a product or service, when you go back onto any social media platform, what happens? Down that right-hand side, you get all the adverts for the thing that you've been looking at. Not only are the adverts for the thing you've been looking at, but also they are adverts for companies in your own area. Now, Onpassive is going to use the same technology to target audience for people that are actively looking for either one of our products and services or one of your products and services. And we're going to use video marketing as well, alongside all of the other marketing tools. We're going to have high quality broadcastable videos with intelligent video formats using a friendly interface that are super easy to share. And we are going to do it by prioritized target audience. We're actually going to put it in front of someone. They're going to love what they see, and they're going to have a high probability of them buying one of our products and services or one of your products and services. So let's have a little recap to find out where we're at so far with what I've been talking about. So let's look at what is Onpassive going to do. Okay, it's a fund solution for any cause. That means you can use that money for anything you want. Not only that, if you have money in your wallet, you can withdraw it immediately. There is no qualification period. There is no waiting. If the funds are there, you can withdraw it. All the top marketing automation is going to be done for you by Onpassive because we are paying them to do it. We're going to guarantee the visitors and signups to your website using breakthrough products for the automation of your financial freedom. And to be honest, a lot more on top of that. Now, Richard Branson once said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, just say yes and then learn how to do it later. And the reason we've put this here now is because the window of opportunity for you guys to become a founder is closing very, very shortly. The day that we launch to the world and we start looking for customers is the day that we finish looking for founders. So that window of opportunity is closing. As soon as we start soft launch, which is happening even earlier, that price of $97 to become a founder, okay, is going to at least go to $149, if not more. So it makes complete sense to get in now whilst you can. Otherwise, you're going to miss the boat and you're going to be kicking yourself for a long time. And there is lots and lots of benefits to becoming a founder. So our model is unique, and it's unique because we are providing a platform to those with a business so that they can become more successful. And we also provide those that don't have a business or who have no knowledge of business, who don't know anything about tech, who don't know anything about the internet, but they like what they see. We're going to provide for them a successful online marketing company, which is Onpassive, with a plug and play system that will guarantee your success. And again, Onpassive will seek to help you obtain abundance online. So let's have a look at the old model, what you normally see offline and online, and why we are so different with Onpassive. Normally, stuff online or stuff offline is based on competition and conflict. We've all been there. You know, you have salesperson of the week, you have targets that you have to hit before you get any bonus or before you get commissions. And all of this is so stressful because you are forced to do stuff that you're not very comfortable with at the end of the day. 97% of stuff that you see online end up being a scam. We've been there. You put your money in and they end up being a money pit. They tell you, oh, if you just pay for this next month, you'll get this. And then that month goes by, you made no money. So you put in a little bit more. You're 5 months down the line, you put in $500 and you walk away because you can't afford to do it any longer. They normally require selling or recruiting, which nobody likes doing at the end of the day, do they? Tools are obtained separately to the actual cost of what the platform was. Never any guarantee. They also pit marketers against each other. And worst of all, the compensation plans are usually based on your own efforts. With Onpassive, everything is based on mutual benefit. As simple as that. The more that we help each other, the more we all collectively benefit. That means if I'm helping you to succeed, you're succeeding, and so am I. We all succeed as a collective because we are stronger together. We are a real business. I've shown you the pictures of our offices. We have real products and real people. The people in Hyderabad, they are producing these products. They are the support staff that are behind the emails. And in the future, they will be on the end of the phone in your language to answer your questions and queries. It is self-funding because we will pay you to use the products. You pay once to be a founder at $97 and one more time out of pocket only on your very first month. And that is between $100 and $250. After that, everything is paid for by the customers and the commissions that you will get from those customers. Marketers don't have to sell because the company are going to do it for you. There is no recruiting because the company is going to do it for you. You will have every tool needed for your success included in this low price. It also comes with 100% lifetime money back guarantee for your founder's position. At any time in the future, within 1 year, if you want to have that money back, that $97, you're right to support, and they will gladly give you your money back. No hard feelings. It's as simple as that. If you don't believe me, you can pay with a Visa or MasterCard, and you are covered by the Visa and MasterCard guarantee anyway. So it is a win-win situation with zero risk. Marketers compete only for themselves. Remember I said, whatever that level is that you want to earn, that is your level. You have nobody telling you what to do. You can do nothing and you will succeed. It just takes you a longer period of time. And that is it. Nobody's telling you what to do. And the best of all of this is it comes with a revolutionary breakthrough compensation plan that has never been seen before online. So Ashma Farrow once said, everybody in the near future will use something from Onpassive, whether they come for the money or the tools and benefits, the connections or communications, they will have a reason to come to Onpassive. And this is so, so true. If you now do anything online, we will have a product or service to fit that bill, okay? And it was going to be better than the one that you are using now. We all have residual bills, guys. So why not make a residual income to pay for those residual bills? And we're going to do all this by the artificial intelligence that is woven in to every single one of our products. It is changing the world, okay? Artificial intelligence now is running so much stuff, and the companies that haven't got this technology at the core of their businesses will be left behind. Now, if you cast your minds back to 10, 15, 20 years ago, what search engines were around then? There was Yahoo, Bing, and AOL and all those. Who is there now? It's Google, okay? You don't even say I'm searching for anything anymore. You say I'm gonna Google it, okay? Think of mobile phones. 15, 20 years ago, it was Nokia, Motorola, okay? Now it's Samsung and iPhone. So ask yourself, why has it changed? The reason it has changed is because technology changes and new companies come along with new technology. Onpassive is that company that has the new technology. We will have people flooding to use our products and services because it is better, cheaper, and easier to use. And it will just make sense for the customers to use our products. We are looking for founders right now. You can either be a part of it right now as a founder for $97, or you can come in later and use the products as a customer. I know which one I would rather be. I'd rather be a founder earning that residual income from those customers. So let's recap. What is Onpassive going to do for us? It's going to build our team. and grow our business by providing daily unlimited rotators that change daily, with fresh websites that change daily and destination pages that change daily, all done by artificial intelligence. And it's automatically going to send traffic to your site, review it, convert it, and join it under you using artificial intelligence without you having to raise a finger. The growth of Onpassive has been nothing more than phenomenal. We started way back in July of 2018. Okay, let's go forward to the January of 2019, when we're roughly around about 10,000 founders. Let's go forward one whole year, okay, to the January of 2020. We were around about 56,000 founders then. You know, we thought we were getting somewhere. Let's go forward just 6 months to the June, okay? We'd gone from 56 to 90 odd thousand. So we'd done in 6 months what we did in a whole year. 3 months more to September. We did what we did in 3 months, in 3 months, what we did in 6 months. And then we hit September and it started going completely crazy. This curve here, what you see now, has been bringing in between 2,500 and 3,000 founders every single day since then. And we're now sat at 592,000 founders. If you put this graph for a company that was launching on any stock exchange, you would have people clambering over themselves to get a piece of this pie. We are inviting you right here now to join us on this journey to become a founder for $97. Now, this next slide, we've got a picture of a unicorn. And the reason we put this picture of a unicorn here is to depict what a unicorn company is. Now, a unicorn company is a company that has a gross turnover of $1 billion. There's plenty out there. All the big names, any of the big names you can think of are unicorn companies. Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Yahoo, not Yahoo, AOL, and Disney are as well, and lots of them, okay? But it took them a long, long time to get there. Nobody's ever done it in the first year of when they launched. Onpassive, not only would do it in their first year of launch, it would do it in the first month of when we launch. We are on target to be a multi-unicorn company within the first year. But our very first month, we will be a unicorn company. No one in the world has ever been a unicorn company, online or offline. And this is why we are looking for founders right now to join us on this epic journey to come with Onpassive. So what are you going to get as a founder? Well, you're going to get exclusive access, okay, to the Go Founders, okay, website. Within that website, there is so much that you will get as a founder. You get bespoke links that are personal just for you, so you can share Onpassive if you want to. You don't have to. There's a community where you can go and chat to other founders. We have auto rotators in there. We have webinars, we have recordings, we have a leadership council, we have all sorts of things in the back office just for a founder. You'll also get early access to use the products and services before they get launched to the world. You'll get priority positioning within the company matrix as well, based on your timestamp of when you joined. You'll also be a member of the inner circle, where you'll be able to beta test the products, give back ideas, and also be part of the round table, plus a lot more. So let's just recap then. Onpassive is going to completely run your business on autopilot. It's going to advertise for you, market, get leads, sign-ups, recruiting, build your team. And this is for any business, as long as it is approved by Onpassive. But the best of it all is you don't need a business to be successful in Onpassive. I'm just going to be Onpassive through and through. That's all. And all of this, okay, is done using our massive opportunity through our platform. And the best of it all, guys, is It comes with 100% risk-free guarantee to become a founder. We really do hope that you join us on this journey of Onpassive. It is a fantastic no-risk opportunity. Please get back to the person who has invited you here today to get any more details, and make sure you get hold of their sign-up link. Anyway, guys, that's it for me now. Don't forget, after this presentation, and we've heard from Neil, we're opening up for any questions and answers. So please don't go away and get those questions answered for anything to do with this presentation. Thanks very much, and over to you, Neil.
Great, thanks, Red. Superb presentation again there. Enough for anyone to make a great decision. We've got, if we move straight into the Q&As, we've got 3 people with hands up at the moment. I can bring them across, Red, if that's how we're going to do it.
If you bring people across, when you come across onto the panels, guys, if you can just raise your hand again, and then I can put you in order so that we don't talk over the top of each other. That'll be great. And also, can I call on one of the panelists to go to the Q&A and the chat area to see if there's any questions there, and then you can read those out for the people if you would do, please. So who wants to do that off the panel? Who fancies calling out any of the questions on the Q&A and the chat off the panel?
I'm
Anybody
happy to
want
do that,
volunteer?
Red.
Okay, Andy, you can multitask, answer
I know.
as well. All right, mate. Okay, Neil, who've we got on then first? Let's have a look.
Okay, Andy Borthwick's, I think, first through. We've got on there.
Okay.
Then we've got David Bembo and Winnie.
Okay, Andy, unmute yourself and give us your question, please.
Oh no, I've not got a question. I was just gonna tell everyone why I joined Onpassive. Is that all right?
Yeah, quickly. Okay, last time for this, we are going to be doing just questions
Oh,
and answers.
sorry.
Afterwards.
Sorry, I didn't realize. No,
Okay,
I can go and leave you to it.
All right,
All right.
mate, lovely.
Cheers, Fred. Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Okay, David, unmute yourself. Give us your question.
Sorry, I haven't got a question either.
Oh, no one's been listening today. We're moving on to Q&A after these now, so that we try and get as many questions answered by the people who are watching it, or by anybody else that's just to try and help them along as well. Sorry, David.
You just done a great job, you see. We don't have to. I haven't got any questions.
As if. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm going to go to Andy Burks. Andy, is there any questions on the chat or in the Q&A, mate?
I've just got one. Actually, the same lady asked me another question, so I'll bring that to everybody else. It says, when it launches to the public, do we get another site to log into where all of the products will be, or will these products be put into our founder dashboard? Okay, well, as you guys know, what Ash is doing is he's moving the GoFounders.net across into Onpassive. So we will have our own little onpassive.com, and in there'll be a link that says log in here for the founders. And then she's asked, when these founders position closes, can the public still work as an affiliate? Well, actually, we all become resellers of the products and services anyway. So if anyone then comes on and wants to become a reseller, they can be. It's not exactly an affiliate position, it's a reseller position. So there won't be any founders positions once the company launches to the world, but they will have reseller positions, and there's still a good opportunity for those reseller positions to be able to make money. And to be fair, just as much as some of the guys that will be working on Passive, it depends to what degree these resellers want to work. It's simple as that.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, all resellers will be able to build a team as well, Andy. But obviously there is tangible reasons to be a founder right now, to do with bonuses and traffic, etc. It's always going to be more advantageous to be a founder than it is to be a reseller afterwards. Okay, so next up then we'll go to Winnie. Can you unmute yourself, Winnie, if you've got a question?
Can you unmute yourself, Winnie? Hello, sir. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hi, Winnie. You're a little bit crackly, but we can just about hear you.
I'm very impressive with this business. I think the one that's going to share the benefits of our technologies. I'm asking how
We can't hear you, Winnie. I'm
Winnie, do you
really
wanna-
sorry.
Yeah, do you want to write your question in the chat area, Winnie?
It might be easy to write there in the chat, Winnie, as Andy said. We can answer your question there.
Really sorry. Just mute yourself if you can do, Winnie, and we'll come back round to you in a minute if you want to. Okay, and Neil, can you bring Vi in, please? And can you mute Winnie?
Vi's come across. Just before Vi comes on, Red, I was asked a question the other day, which might be relevant actually for
yeah, go for it.
certainly for new people or anyone even looking for the first time, and it was about the renewal fee that all the founders will have to pay at the end of their first 12 months after launch. What will it be? And on the back of that, will there be any commission paid from that revenue? And the answer I gave to the first part of the question was, I know what's been mentioned a couple of times has been $997 for the founder renewal fee, which is paid 12 months after launch. And obviously the decision is theirs whether they want to pay it or not. And if they do pay it, it will come out of their profits at that
Correct.
time at the end of the year. Now, as for the second part of the question, I actually said I don't expect there to be any commission on the back of that revenue because it's not revenue from a product sale. So it wouldn't surprise me if we didn't get paid from that money. I would assume that would probably go towards the running costs of the company. Do you know any different to that, Red?
No, I don't know any different. I've not heard any different, but you could argue that because we are getting a bonus from the soft launch with the increase in price, then with the new founder's position price, we might see a bonus structure for renewal as well.
Right.
Again, I've not been told, I've not heard.
No.
But there you go.
Hello?
I think I would
Yeah, just hang on a minute, Vi.
Hello, Vi.
Okay, Vi, unmute yourself. Let me
Hello,
hear you, Vi.
everyone.
Hey, it's Vi.
Hey! I just wanted to ask a very tiny question.
Yeah.
When one has, if one is creating several accounts for Onpassive, does one need to have a separate telephone numbers for each account?
Anybody want to
When
answer
you're
that
registered-
off the floor?
I can answer that one if you
Pete?
like.
Oh, good man.
Thank you.
Well done,
How are you
Pete.
doing? Yeah, you can obviously, if you're developing new accounts, all you need is a new email for each account. You can put the same name, the same telephone number on each account, but it's just you need to change the email. So you have to have a new email
All right.
for each account. Okay.
Just the new emails for each account, yes?
Yeah,
Correct.
if you're going to create a new account, you've got to have a new email for each account.
Yeah.
But you can put the
Thank you
same
very
name
much.
on every account that you know, and the same telephone number. just
All
the
right.
email. It has
Thank
to
you
be
very much
different.
for that. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay. Right.
Great question, Vi, and a very good answer, Pete.
Thank you.
Andy Burks.
Thank you.
Have we
I'll
got
be
any more?
sending it soon.
All right, good man. Thank you.
Yeah, we got another one from Sammy. Will the products be available in every country, and are there any restrictions to be able to sell them?
Anybody off the floor want to answer that one?
Yeah, I'll answer that one if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it, Paul.
Yeah, no, it will be available in every country. We're going to be operating in 212 countries, and there won't be any restrictions. The main benefit of Onpassive is everything's unlimited. You know, from earning money to using products to how many people can use those products. So it's going to be very widely available.
Can I just add to that, Red?
Yeah.
One of the things that Ash has been doing is the lawyers have been placing all of the details of the company in front of the various regulators in all of those countries in order to pretty much get what we would class as a gold seal for the company in all of those 200 odd different countries, which means there's absolutely no restrictions whatsoever to be able to offer the products anywhere.
Fantastic. Anybody else off the floor want to add anything to it?
Okay, I've got one more question as well, Red. This
Yeah.
fee that Neil's mentioned, the 997 at the end of the year, will that become a yearly fee?
Anybody want to answer that? I know the answer, but if anybody wants to go for it.
Yes, it will be a
Yes,
yearly fee.
can I do that?
Go on, Victor.
Yeah, I think absolutely it's going to be a yearly fee. Absolutely.
Okay, excellent. Okay, John Grattan, we've got on the panel. John, do you want to ask a question?
Not really, Red, but thank you anyway. The last time I was on, the last time I was on, I was a little bit excited, because of Onpassive itself, but I'm just took away with it.
Good man. Glad to see you on the way, John, and nice to hear you, mate. That's fantastic.
Thank you very much, pal.
No, you're welcome. Sammy, you keep going with the questions, love. Don't you worry. This is exactly what it's here for. And we would love to have more questions from more people. So please either write it in the Q&A and Andy will go there. Otherwise, raise your hand and we'll find you down the bottom there. Go for it, Andy.
Okay, she says, does each account need to give identification? She was going to get separate accounts for her children. Are they going to need their own ID?
Okay, that's a good question. Open to the floor. Anybody want to jump in with that one?
Okay, I'll jump in with that one again.
Okay.
Obviously, if you open an account, you have to sign the NDA at the beginning. If you're depending on obviously where you come from in the world, where you are in the globe, depending on the age, obviously to start a business in your country, if it's 16, they will not be able to obviously sign the NDA. So the best way to go about that really is to put it in your name, you sign the NDA, and then when they come of age, obviously then you pass that account on to that person. That's the easiest way around it. If they're not old enough, then obviously they won't be able to sign the NDA and the account won't be valid. And you don't want to get into that position. So it's sorry, Ray.
Anybody else want to? No, it's fine. Anybody else want to?
Yeah, can I just add to that?
Paddy? Yep.
When you're looking after the accounts for, say, your children and that there, and they're underage, you just have to watch the accounts, keep an eye on them. When you transfer them over, when they become of age, they can change the password. So you'll make up a password, a new email for each one. Once you hand it over to them, once they become the legal age to own a business in that country, they can then change the password, so they have everything is private for them. But as far as they cannot have their own account until they come of age, whatever country that is, whatever the law is in that country.
Okay.
Cheers, Red.
Anybody else want? Fine.
yeah,
Anybody
can I
else want
just-
to add to that?
can
I'm going to add a bit in. You might say what I'm going to say, but you go for it, Andy.
Okay. It is also imperative that you organise a last will and testament, and make sure that those accounts are specifically noted for the kids, because if they're earning money, and then it's going to create hell if you haven't got a will and testament in place. Everything will go into I can't remember the word now, but
Probate.
anyway, that's it. Yeah, and I should know this stuff. I've done it for years. Everything will go into probate, so it's got to be then worked out. So you've got to make sure that you have a will in place, and it mentions those two specific for each of the children.
Okay, I wasn't going to say that, so I'll say what I was going to say now as well. The one thing to remember as well is if you are looking after somebody's account and they are underage, you will have to do the KYC for opening the wallets. So it is far better if you are looking after their accounts to have it into your name, okay, with a separate email and all the rest of it, so that you can open the wallet for that person and then run the account for however long it can and what you want it to, so that when you hand it over, that person is of the age where they can do their own KYC, which is know your customer, and then you can hand everything over to them. If you have it in their name, it will cause all sorts of problems because they won't be able to do the KYC to open the wallet. So easiest thing to do is, like everyone said here, open it in your own name and then hand it over when they come of age. But good questions, very good. Fantastic. We've got William Delorme here. He's got his hand raised. What's your question, William?
Yes, the $997 per year. Now, is there an automatic link where you can actually put money in for that payment for the year?
Good question. Anyone from the floor? If not, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
take that.
Yeah, go for it.
Just that, yeah, I mean, the good thing, William, is that we would hope that we wouldn't, well, we definitely won't have to put any money in there, because the idea is at the end of that first year, you'll have more than enough in your O wallet to cover, the funding wallet to cover that fee at the end of 12 months. So no, I wouldn't worry about looking for a button to fund that, William.
No, the other thing I'll say as well, William, to that is there will be certain criteria to be offered the renewal of your foundership. And that will be the criteria that will be set out for us, which basically means that your account has to be active, which will mean that you'll have to have paid all the 12 monthly subscriptions throughout the year. You've not done anything wrong, and and probably some other little bits and pieces as well for you to qualify to be offered your foundership once again, because there will be people that won't have had an active account throughout that period and won't be eligible to be given a renewal of their founder's position. So it's very important to bear in mind that if you are looking to the future to renew your founder's position, then you have to have a compliant and active account throughout that 12-month period. Anybody else want to add to any of that?
Can I ask a question?
Just hang on, Vi. Just raise your hand and I'll bring you in a minute, because we've got someone
I
before
don't
you.
know how to do it here. Where is the hand?
Don't worry. I'll just mute yourself. I'll bring you in a minute. I know you want that. I've got you on the list. Okay, Andy, one from you if you've got one, please.
Right, it says when you transfer the account when they come of age, and it's transferred across, will the person have to sign a new NDA on transfer? Yeah, yes, they will. The other question I have is, do we know if we would be able to buy resellers' positions for other people once we launch to the world and transfer it to them later?
No idea, and nobody knows that. Let's get launched first.
Yeah.
To
I
be
would
honest.
imagine that if I mean, some of us have bought additional positions for our families as far as founders are concerned. So I'm pretty sure that, you know, if you're buying resellers positions once we've launched and you want to pass those on to other people, I'm pretty sure that they would be able to do that the same way as we could do with some of the founders vision. Obviously, they're not founders, but they will be resellers, and those resellers positions will earn money. So yes, I don't see why you can't. I wouldn't have thought it would cause a problem if you're going to transfer those
No.
across, would you, Red?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. But I mean, obviously, those are semantics at the moment, so I have no idea. But one thing I will mention, seeing as you mentioned about NDA, is anybody at any time can get their NDA popped back up. So, for instance, if you're not happy with your signature that you have put on your NDA and you want to change it for any reason, whether that is there's a different name on the account, or you just want to change your signature for any reasons, you log into that account and you go up to the profile section, which is top right hand side by the picture and your name. If you click that, and there is a button on the drop down that says support, if you click that again, and then there's a drop down box for all sorts of different parts on that to send to support, and the one says NDA. If you click the NDA, and then in the box which you're sending to support, just say, can you pop my NDA back up, so that when you, and send it off obviously, and when you come back into your account again, the NDA will be there ready for you to sign. So whether you're doing that to re-sign it yourself, or you put a name change on the account, that is how you do it. Okay, thanks very much for that, Andy. We'll come back to you in a second. Next up, we've got David Bembo. He had his hand raised. He might have a question for us, David.
Yes. When we come to sort of ID for the wallets and such like, what sort of things will we have to do? Do you know?
Open to the floor.
I'll take a bit of that. I mean, there's obviously going to be different formats depending where you are on the globe. Obviously, in the UK, we will probably be asked to be given either a passport, driving license, ID of our address where we live, or so that would be part of obviously of trying to get your wallet set up. Different countries have different different ways of setting up similar things. So that's my take on it. I'll pass it on to the board if anybody else got want to add anything extra to that.
Paddy, Azza?
Oh, yeah,
sorry, Andy.
So in the UK and Ireland, it's 3 forms of identification, David. So it's 3 out of 6, is it? I think it is. Something like that.
I mean, the 6 are normally exactly, the 6 are up to the company, aren't they, to decide, and it's normally country by country.
Yeah, so like it's a form of ID, a form of proof of address. So that can be like
it's going to be three items,
something like that. Yeah. Driving license or anything like that. So straightforward, so.
And
Andy, do you want to jump in?
Facial recognition as well, Red?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say as well. That is going to be one of the new features that is going to be brought in for the wallets, is facial recognition. If you've got an iPhone now, you're probably using facial recognition with the security of your iPhone anyway, and it's going to be exactly the same. Very easy to use and extremely secure. So that will be used. Yeah.
What if you've not got a phone? You didn't do that, are you?
You're going to need a driving license.
Yeah, exactly, David. What I'm saying is that will be one of the parts. You don't have to have facial recognition. What we're saying is it will be one of the options that you can go for to use for your saying who you are. I mean, like Peter said, it'll be all the normals. It'll be a passport. It'll be a driving license, utility bill. In other countries, like for here in Spain, to prove who you are, you have to go to a thing called a notary and basically get a piece of paper stamped. You can use that, for instance. You know, each country has different ways of legally saying who you are. So it'll be country by country. Anybody else want to jump in, Paul?
Yeah, also in America, they use a social security number. I mean, in the UK, they could use your national insurance number, you know. So obviously, if you're retired, you may not have one, or you say, well, my national insurance number was, but it's just an easier way of tracing you and proving who you are. That's all they're looking to do, is to just prove who you are, to make sure that the money goes out of the wallet to you, not to somebody else, because obviously they want to really stamp down on the fraud.
Correct. As are you. You wanted to jump in. Have you got anything to add?
Yeah, Ash did mention there's going to be multiple wallets, so there's no need to worry really. So for each country, there's going to be several different, you know, payment options. So each country will have their own regulations, you know, depending what the third party they use. So it all depends on, you know, what country regulations are.
Fantastic. That's a good question. And hopefully we've answered that for you, David, if that's okay.
Thanks very much, folks. Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll have one from Andy if he's got anything.
Okay, I got one more. It says, what does a founder do once we go live? Where the founder doesn't want to use or can't use any of the products, would we still have a lot of webinars to do, or do we just rely on the company to do everything for us?
Okay, there's a lot of questions all in there, but we can all have a stab at some of it. Who wants to go
do it
first?
from the beach.
Yeah.
Do it from the beach.
The first thing we do is rejoice.
Yay. Anybody want to answer?
Yeah. Obviously,
Go on,
being a
Paul.
founder,
Pete.
it's you've obviously got the benefit of building a team before we go live. Obviously, once we go live with Onpassive, you become a customer. And obviously, if you become a customer, you can obviously, you know, the idea is that you can sell the products onto other people. And it's basically, you can be a founder with Onpassive, but it's not being a founder, if you know what I mean. It's just being in the Onpassive business, and you're developing your team in the Onpassive business. You know, that's my take on it. I'll pass it back onto the board.
I would think that Ash feels that the founders are a very special group of people because they've been in at the start. So I would imagine that there'll be regular company webinars where he will bring out new products to us, or let us know what's going on, details of the latest bonuses that will be up for the for those founders that are working on building their teams, etc., etc. So there's always going to be something going on. Us in the UK and Ireland, for instance, we're going to be doing seminars up and down the country, aren't we, Paddy?
Fantastic. I hope that's answered your question. We're going to go to Vi in a second, but before we do that, can you bring Peace in? They've got their hand raised in the attendees. So Vi, open up your mic. Let us know what your question is, please.
I hope it makes sense. I'm just thinking, if one is a founder, and I know you need 3 persons in your team, so that you can what's it now? I've lost for the words. But anyway, you need 3 people in order for you not to pay the yearly fee. But if you've got several accounts and you haven't got anyone in the accounts, I mean, you have to pay the yearly fee for all the accounts, don't you? Really?
Okay, you're getting a bit confused, but there's plenty of people that, you're getting a little bit confused here, but there is people here who can help you out. Okay, I think Pete's going to go first, and then we'll go to Azza.
Right. Okay. If you're a founder and you haven't got not developed a team, the idea, obviously, with having the founder's position, you'll have the soft launch, you'll have the campaigns, the email campaigns. They will obviously help to try and develop your team. And the idea is what they're saying is you get 3 in your team, then you get the products free with a bit of extra cash on top. So that's what they're saying by that. Obviously, once we go live, you know, on what the company what Onpassive are going to do is obviously bring new people in, new customers in, you know, you're not really going to have to worry about developing the team, because the Onpassive team, Onpassive is going to develop your team for you. But you know, it's trial and error. You know, we don't know what's going to happen when it launches.
So it doesn't matter whether you have, right? So it doesn't matter whether you have 3 in your team or not.
It doesn't matter if you have 3 in your team. It matters because you've obviously, if you haven't got anybody in your team, you've actually got to pay your monthly fee, okay, which is going to be between $150 and $250. But if you've got 3 in your team, what they're saying here, the money you're obviously going to be earning from the 3 in your team, it makes your position free, so you haven't got to pay for your position. So you know, so it depends on obviously how.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. What you mean, the yearly fee?
No, it's a monthly fee, not it's a monthly fee, not a yearly fee. It's 2 different
You're
things.
getting confused.
Yeah, a monthly fee
Sorry,
is what you've got to. Yeah, the monthly fee is what obviously when we go live with Onpassive.
Sorry, my internet connection is unstable.
Right. Once we go live with Onpassive, you will have a monthly fee to pay. The monthly fee is going to be between $150 and $250. We're not sure what it's going to be yet. But if you've got 3 people in your team, what they're saying is your fee will be covered by the profits that you're going to make from the 3 that's in your team. Now, what you're saying about on the second month, yeah. But what you're saying about the yearly fee, okay, that will have to be paid every year as a founder. And obviously, as we just said earlier on, there's going to be different criteria to keep that foundership going. So I'll pass it over to Paul Angus, because I can see he's looking.
Thanks, Pete. There's nothing to worry about, Vi. You can see the growth of the company already, you know, touching 590,000. We will also have something called overflow. So the 3 people can come from various things. You may have a husband, partner, or a sister or brother that you have introduced. Therefore, that could be 1 person. The second person can come from the campaigns that Ash and his team are going to run constantly. And a third person can come from overflow. For instance, I've got introduced nearly 50 people myself. So therefore, I've covered my 3. So everyone else that I've personally introduced is going to go further down into level 2, level 3, level 4. So those people are going to get their 3 covered anyway, because people like us create what we call as overflow. We don't look for it. So that's going to happen for most people in the business. So you don't really be concerned about the 3. You'll probably find 3, but if you don't, it'll come through natural causes, through Ash building it for you, or from overspill. All right.
Could I just add to that as well, please?
All these people in our team.
Go on,
Sorry, go ahead.
With us having all these people in our team, yeah, all these people will be in my team. For example, what would I do with all these people? Well, am I supposed to train? I mean, what am I supposed to do with?
Smile at them, Vi. Smile.
I have a lot of people in my team. What would I do with them?
What you do, Vi, is you plug them in to our groups that we have. You get them to come along to webinars and presentations. You know, you point them in the right direction and let people like us answer their questions like you are now, okay, and put them on the right path. But you do not need to worry. You are in an amazing place. You've been in for a fair while now, Vi, so you're in an amazing place. I will add 1 point to your question in a minute, but I want to put it over to Paddy.
Yeah, Vi, could I just suggest to you, a lot of people are buying positions, but if you concentrate on your original position first, build your team under that 1 position, then you can think, once you're starting to get a good team together, start thinking about other positions after that. Concentrate on your first position, your original position. You know what I mean? And that's where you start to gain, you know. And when you do get people in, you don't really need to do it. Just get them involved. Get them involved in the company, because it's their company, you know what I mean?
Yeah, good advice.
I thought you said you got to put the
Good
spare
point.
in your bedroom, or have you got lots more of them in the garage? Oh no, that was another business. Sorry. Sorry.
I mean, the other thing you need to the other thing as well for people as well to understand, as far as if you do have more than one position, which many of us have, okay, if you have which is what Paddy's saying, we all have our original position, which is what we grow and build before the others. If you have plenty of people in there, or even if you have 5 or 6, there's going to be extra money in that one position that you can transfer via your wallet to your other position to help fund that. Okay, so there's going to be lots and lots of ways to help you do stuff. So really, you do not need to worry. Yeah. Sometimes you can overthink things that you don't need to, but all you need to know is that you're in a great place.
Sometimes you feel you need a mentor.
You know.
Yeah,
well, we're all here to help you.
You're doing okay.
We're all here to help you. Yeah. There's another point that's been raised by Melissa, which kind of ties in nicely with what you guys have been talking about anyway. And it's you know, what if there's only me in the team? How would we still benefit? Ash made it clear. I know Michael's changed it around a bit, but the whole point of the $97 that we pay is that Ash will be advertising for us as founders in this first year, so driving traffic to our website. Now, if you think about it, Red's brought this up several times before. The company did a test where they wanted to obtain 1 million opt-ins. It took them 4 days to obtain those 1 million opt-ins, and that was without using artificial intelligence. Now, this is with guys that want the information and are interested in the products that the company have to offer. So therefore put their name, the telephone number, and email address down. Now, if you don't have anyone in your team, yes, you will still benefit from the point of view that the company will advertise for us and drive traffic to your website and give you customers. So if you've got 3 customers, as Red has said, and everyone else, Neil, etc., at the end of the first month, you've paid your monthly subscription once, and after that, the commission coming in from the customers that the company have brought in now pays it for you, and from then on, you're then into profit making. So it's yes, you can still benefit. The size of the team will grow over time, and it may take you slightly longer to achieve your financial goal than it would do if you were sharing it with others and others were joining your group sooner.
Fantastic, Andy.
Let me put it one more way. If you think about it, Ash has already mentioned that in the first year we anticipate taking on 100 million customers. We have less than 600,000 founders. That is 0.6% of the first year's customers. You're telling me you're not going to get 3 over a very short period of time. Yeah, we're right at the top of the tree.
Well,
thanks very much, Andy. That's great.
I was just going to mention, Andy, that I was just going to mention the 100 million. I think we probably massively underestimate the number of customers that will come on in the first month. I think the platform will get flooded with customers in that first 30 days or so. So
I agree.
I think he just wants as many people as possible to be covered from that month too.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Vi. Great questions, and hopefully we've answered them.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to go to Peace. If you can unmute yourself, please. Hello, Peace.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm very well, thank you.
Okay. My question goes, if you have like husband and wife, can the both of you sign in? And can you take your children along? And my second question will go, like if you have underage children, and maybe along the way, if you want to withdraw money into the wallet, can you do that?
Okay, anybody want to take it?
Sorry?
No, I'm opening to the floor. Paul.
Yeah, the answer to that is yes, yes, and yes. You can obviously, if you're joining the business, you can introduce your sponsor, and there will be a link in the back office members area under my links, and you go to the bottom and it says your registration link, and you'll literally get your husband to click that link, fill in these details. He would pay the $97 plus the $5 admin fee if he pays by credit or debit card, and then obviously he becomes your first person of the three that we've just been talking about, which will make sure that you're going to get your business for free. And then either yourself or your husband can do exactly the same with your children. And we've mentioned earlier this evening, perhaps you might have come on a little bit late, but if you wanted positions for your children, it's best to get them in your own name so you can sign the NDA and you're in full control over that. And then later on, when they become of age and you want to hand those business centers, as I call them, over to them, you can sign that over to them, and then they would sign a new NDA and put their ID in it so they can withdraw the money. Does that answer the question?
Yes. As a mother, if you want to withdraw the money, you can't withdraw the money on behalf of the children, no?
You can draw, you can draw the money out, but the money you're drawing out is actually still in your name because the account will be in your name.
Okay.
So you would have to set the wallet up as well in your name, and you can withdraw the money. Like for instance, Sammy that's on here tonight, she's new in my group, and she's got 6 children. So if they get a little bit boisterous when they get 14 or 15, get a bit lippy, you can say, "You're not having your money. I'm taking it all out." and then when they start behaving when they're 16, you can give them the money back again. But the main thing is you're in control of that. You're in control of their business center, and you're in control of their money until they're eligible, and that will change from obviously country to country. Like in America, you can drive a car going to school. You can't do that so much in the UK when you're 16 years of age. So laws will be different in different countries.
Okay. And is there any tax for this? Like if you want to withdraw money, would they tax you for that?
It's worth having a good accountant on hand, because obviously we've all got to pay tax, and the only time we don't like paying tax is when we can't afford it. But when you can afford it, it's good to pay tax. But there's also lots of benefits on being involved in a home-based business like this, because one room in your house, for instance, could be your office. If you go out and meet people and you're introduced them to the business, that's a business expense. If you fly to a seminar, that's a business expense. So, a good accountant will actually look for ways for you to pay as little tax as possible and to claim as much back for your business. You may even want to lease a car or things like that. So there's lots of things that a good financial advisor can help you with that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Paul. We'll take one more from Andy, and then we will call it a day. So, Andy, the last one from the written Q&As, please.
Okay, this is from Mandy. It says, some of my team members are asking if the payment from the O wallet can be used to pay everyday household bills directly to their providers. Something like using BPay with reference numbers and account numbers.
Okay, open to the floor. I'll put in if you want to, but anybody else, it's fine. Okay, Ash has already stated very clearly that there is going to be a marketplace type hosting with many companies on their platform. And this could be car dealerships, it could be home-based stores, it could be absolutely anybody that will be on the marketplace within the Onpassive platform. If they are on there, you will be able to pay that person direct from your wallet. Okay, so you could be in a scenario that somebody's got a car dealership and they host their business on the Onpassive platform, and that means that you'll be able to buy a car, for instance, from your wallet to their wallet. It'll be a simple transfer without going through the bank. If there is a convenience store that does food items, etc., then exactly the same will happen with that as well. Obviously, we need to wait and see what businesses or corporations come online with us before we know that. Over to you, Andy.
Yeah, one other thing I would add, just be careful from a tax perspective. If you're paying things directly, it's still got to go through your books. Each country has different rules and regulations at the end of the day, but the last thing you need is to be caught for not paying your tax on a new car that you've just bought through using your wallet because you haven't declared it. So, exactly what Red said. Just be careful of the legal requirements.
And it is your legal requirement to declare your earnings. Simple as that. Okay, I think that's it for the day. We've gone a little bit over what we normally do. And for everybody who's here new, please get back to the person that invited you to this presentation. It's been fantastic having you on here. I hope you've enjoyed the new format with the Q&A at the end of it. I know I certainly have, and I'm presuming the panelists have as well, to get a bit of...
Very good.
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. Tomorrow's is going to be the corporate presentation, and they will be doing the same format with Q&A at the end of it. Don't forget, guys, there is no presentation next Monday and no fireside this Sunday, and we will resume the week after that. So get out there, get sharing whilst you've got the time. Okay, really nice to see you. Last one from you, Neil, before we close it down.
Okay, yeah, thanks, Red. I think you've more or less done it with the forthcoming webinars. Obviously, we're still waiting to see when the founder meeting webinar will be this week, whether Ash decides to do one on Good Friday or whether he brings it forward to Thursday. I've no doubt we'll find out during the next couple of days, but I think that's about it for now, Red.
Thanks very much. And thank you very much to all the panelists who turn up from the leadership, UK and Ireland leadership team. It's great to see you guys on here.
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming, and see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Bye.
Thank you.
Guys,
Bye.
then.